Well, we're into fall, and here's the thing about fall food specifically. A lot of it, great taste, right? But some of that sticks to your ribs. It's kind of the warm, heartwarming food.
I understand that's why I gain weight every year coming up.
Starting about November.
The professionals at US Foods challenge themselves to create healthy fall innovations while keeping the flavor we want intact.
Back on the blend, Chef Corey Geyer is here. Good to see you, Chef.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no, great to have you. I can kind of consider myself a chef.
Well,
but this is kind of unconventional. I've never seen anything like this. What are we making today, and what is this contraption?
This is modernistic cooking. So when we take a look at cooking techniques and how we do things in restaurants that create just that perfect medium or medium rare, and we create these dishes that are just outstanding. You can do this at home as well. You just need a couple simple little tools. So today we're celebrating Southern cuisine.
Yeah.
So one of the things...
I grew up in the South, but we didn't have anything like this, Chef. What is this?
This is an immersion circulator. So what this does is I've set the temperature to 140 degrees, and it rotates and keeps this water circulating in a water bath to a perfect 140 degrees.
And you have a steak?
I've got a New York strip that I vacuum sealed, and I've had it in there for about 2 hours.
So it's
but you had it in there prior to the 2 hours, though, right?
Well, 2 hours, 2.5 hours total cooking time.
And so now it's 140 degrees.
It's 140 degrees internal.
And then what's in the jar?
Well, this is creamed corn, and just because I want to keep it warm, I can just put it in there, and this kind of acts as a warming bath as well. So one of the beautiful things about this is when we think of quick meals that are ready to eat when we get home from a long day at work, generally we put things in a crock pot. Can you make a steak medium?
No, it will never turn out the texture you're looking for in a crock pot.
So that's what this does. And then using even a device over here, we've got a pressure cooker.
Okay, and this isn't what maybe our grandmothers had, that you felt like it was a real hazard in the kitchen.
Right.
This is different?
Those are the ones that sit on the stovetop and steam builds up, and it doesn't really release until you allow it to release. This one's electronic. We can steam rice in this, we can steam vegetables in this, we can make yogurt in this, we can even do any of our canning. I made a corn stock, no pun intended, which is going into our grits.
Nice.
Out of, actually, in that pressure cooker.
You made this corn stock.
Fabulous.
I did.
In the pressure cooker.
Using the corn cob and the husks of corn.
Do you have all this information online somewhere? Do you put some of this stuff online?
We've got the recipe to you guys. As soon as that's up there, they'll have the recipe for that.
Are people using this? Are restaurants using these in their kitchens? These
Absolutely.
Two type of things? That specifically, they're using that?
Probably more so this than they're actually using pressure cookers.
Really?
Pressure cookers, again, there's kind of that stereotype of, oh my gosh, this is dangerous. These really aren't. So making this stock, normally if I were to cook it on a stove, it would take probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I can get this done in 30 minutes.
All right, so what can you show us here this morning?
So one of the things that we're going to do, we've already got this going. Mary, I'm going to have you, we've got our grits, which I cooked in the pressure cooker. I'm going to have you come over to this side of me.
Okay.
And we're going to add the creamed corn, just stir them directly into there.
What do you want me to do?
I have a super special thing for you to do.
Oh, Mike, you get the super special.
We're going to turn this off, if I can find where the off button's at. I think it's right there.
We can spin it around for you if you want.
Yep, there we go.
Am I just folding this in gently, Chef?
Yes, just fold that in. So we're going to take this off. This has just been keeping warm. So what I'm going to have you do is we're going to make brown butter dust. Okay. You ever heard of such a thing?
Never heard of it.
This is cool.
Mary, have you heard of it?
No.
Is that the southern thing, isn't it?
I've never heard of it.
So brown butter, very easy thing. All you do is just add it up to a little bit of heat, just to get it to a nutty consistency. So we're going to add brown butter into the bowl, and then you see a spoon and powder sit right in front of you.
What is it?
Brown butter is just regular butter that you're putting into a saute pan or a saucepan, and all you're doing is just cooking it to where it comes to a nutty consistency, or a nutty flavor. So what we're doing is you're going to take that spoon with that powder in it. So we've got our grits already right there. Great job, Mary. That looks awesome.
Nice job, Mary. Good job, Mary.
And you're just going to sprinkle that powder. That's a maltodextrin. So it's a tapioca maltodextrin. This is going to turn a liquid
where do you want me to put this?
Into a powder, directly into there.
We're over here, Aaron.
There you go, buddy.
There you go. All right, I got her in there. Is that enough?
Keep adding more into it.
Am I allowed to help him?
Why are you
allowed to
stirring my butter, my brown butter?
Go ahead and keep adding more.
You
want to add quite a bit.
Okay.
You can actually take this
It's like making gravy.
It kind of is.
You know?
Chef's like, just pour the dang thing in there, would you?
Now you can take over. All right, Chef.
We've only got a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We're making a mess, Mayor.
so one of the nice things about this, again, that's been sitting in there for that long.
Oh my gosh, here, I'm going to turn that around.
Wow,
May I borrow this so that I can spin this around? But look at the color.
What do you think that is? That a medium?
That's going to
That's
be a medium,
perfect.
probably a little bit closer towards getting into maybe a medium well,
How
but this
crazy
is still
is
looking
that?
nice and medium.
Mike, he's got to plate
Oh,
it.
okay.
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
done.
I'm sorry.
You'll get it
So-
in
I can't
wait.
minutes.
This is something that would be very nice to be able to serve and share. And I don't know if you can tell when I start cutting into this. I mean, this is a sharp knife, but again, this is so incredibly tender.
Yeah.
It looks absolutely delicious.
And it's so consistent.
And it's
know.
exactly the same temperature all the way
Did you
through.
season it? What'd you put on there?
It is seasoned with salt and pepper. Now, if you want, you can always add
Nothing real fancy.
a little bit of more. That's going to kind of go right over the top of
Just
that.
basic. But it's technique, as you were saying. Let me
Yeah.
ask you this while Mike's
I've
continuing.
got. Mike's not continuing. He's
Oh,
done.
are you done?
Yeah.
You want me to take that over
I'm
here?
done. What are we doing with it?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit more because we want to turn this into a powder.
You weren't done. Let me ask you about U.S. Foods.
Chef, if you wanted me
As
to
a-
dump the whole thing in there, I could have done that.
As a distributor, what makes you a go-to in the business?
Well, one thing that makes us a go-to is I'm a Food Fanatics chef with U.S. Foods. So there's 23 of us all across the country. And the biggest thing that makes us the go-to is we're the culinary experts in communication, consultation, and culinary. So I have access to over 250,000 customers across the country
my.
that I can pull into and bring some ideas from our customers from across the
Yeah.
country directly to our customers.
And our
here in
viewers can
Omaha.
join you online as a
Absolutely.
food fanatic and tap into
Yep.
some of those recipes and
At
resources.
www.foodfanatics.com.
Did I do the right thing here, Chef?
You did the right thing.
Good
And we're
grief.
gonna,
Look at this thing.
we're
It's
gonna
all
do
stuck
this.
in the whisk.
So we've got a little brown butter.
Thank you, Chef.
And now we
I'm
can
really
flip it.
sorry.
Do that.
I'm really sorry
You don't
about
have to
this.
do that.
You
Thank
did a
my.
great job.
You're
Thank
so
you.
patient. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we'll get the recipe up. Okay, now he gets a bite. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Good to
Thanks
see
for
you,
having
Chef
me.
Geyer. We appreciate it.
That is delicious.
Great,
Divine.
Thank you very
great
much.
info here.
Thank you very much.
At the beginning of the show, we talked about the national attention over the skunk prank Wildlife Encounters pulled on Friday's show. We're asking, what's your all-time favorite viral video? Join us on Facebook at Morning Blend Omaha. You're just going to hold
Mary,
that
look at
entire
that.
piece of
Look
steak.
at this.
and
Look at that steak.
I see it.
Look
Are you
how
going to
red
eat
that
it?
is. It's delicious.
Just take a bite
No,
right
I'll
out
wait
of
till
it.
the commercial break.
Okay.
Worried something could be wrong with your car?
Certified Transmissions. Peter Fink can help you determine whether
Look
a
what I
trip to the
did
shop's
here.
in order.
I'm
You're
really
a mess.
sorry.
We'll visit with Peter coming up. Thank you.
Sorry.